The following singles contest is scheduled for one fall. Your referee, Troy Davis.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Now, this man made a major statement of defiance and disrespect at our event a month ago at the Battle of the Beards. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Introducing first, weighing in at 175 pounds, wrestling out of Ogden Marsh, Iowa, the new age playing Gory.
We're going to talk about making a statement and being remembered. Gory was the first and the last thing we saw at our event last month. Emphatic victory over the new hope Brian Bowers in the opening contest. Then at the end of the night, Jason Kincaid, M-Dog 20 Matt Cross, in an instant classic, showing their mutual respect for one another, a handshake, an embrace, a great moment that these fans were standing in appreciation for, tarnished when Gory blinded M-Dog with that mysterious red mist and ran from the scene before Kincaid could come to M-Dog's aid.
Tarnished is one. Improved is another.
Now, that's your opinion. I don't think any of the fans that were here live, I don't think Kincaid or M-Dog would concur with that. But Gory wanted to make himself known. He certainly did. And as a result, he's a marked man. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah, but by who? Who here is gonna step into the ring with him?
Well, M-Dog...
Who's gonna show up and tell him, don't do what you do?
I'll tell you what, M-Dog and Kincaid aren't here tonight, but they will...
Full stop.
They'll be back.
Oh, great. They'll be back. I've heard that from a lot of people who had some stuff to say to me. They never showed back up. I mean, I feel bad for Kincaid. I feel bad for M-Dog. Run if you have to. Get away from Gory. I don't blame you on that.
Well, here we go.
And his opponent, weighing in at 160 pounds, wrestling out of Lima, Peru. He is the soccer player turned pro wrestler. Hashtag best in the field,
Rayo all the way from Peru. And I'll tell you what, international flavor here, was a soccer star in his younger years throughout high school, but has a dream and a passion to be a pro wrestler and relocated to the United States, currently basing himself in Virginia. He's had some impressive showings up and down the East Coast, including CCW Dojo Wars and a number of other promotions. Only about a year and a half in the game, and, oh, wait a second, Gory disrespecting the soccer ball of Rayo and our big screen. Gory has no respect for anybody. He's just destroying property left and right.
I kind of feel bad for Rayo. Has this dream to be a wrestler, and it all ends tonight.
That's a bit presumptuous, don't you think?
Have you seen Gory?
I have.
This ends. This could be the last time we ever see Rayo.
Hey, Gory is arguably the best wrestler within a 200-mile radius of this building right now. I say arguably because obviously M-Dog has something to say about it. Obviously Kincaid's got something to say about it. Obviously Rayo's got something to say about it. But my point is this. I don't agree with Gory. I don't particularly like Gory on a personal level, but he's here because I want the best competition in PCW, and Gory will deliver that. And if anybody's got an issue with Gory, I'll let them deal with it on their own time, in their own way. Right now, I want to see Gory and Rayo have a great contest. Now, talk about Jay Worth, Rayo's inexperience. He's only been around a year and a half in the game, and he's really a student of the game. He's picked things up very well, but we know very well Gory's been around almost 12 years now. How will that factor into this matchup as Rayo snaps off a head scissors?
How will it factor in? Good Lord, Rayo is going to learn that nightmares have come true and walk in front of him. The thing about Gory is that he wasn't always this monster. Yeah, I first knew him when he was training, and he was a good kid, and then that whatever darkness that was in him got out and took over. And now he wants nothing more than to see the suffering in everyone else.
Certainly we saw that begin to manifest about 5 years ago. Gory, part of the Dead Wrestling Society with Crimson and Cursed, won the Prime Wrestling Television Championship from Facade, held that title for nearly a year. Facade and Beverly, by the way. Triple threat match, Gory won that championship. Leapfrog nicely done. I'll tell you what, Rayo's doing a great job hanging with Gory in the quickness meter.
That's...
Oh, and Gory got hungry.
He wasn't that quick.
And that's an advantage of Gory here, that Rayo just wasn't prepared for somebody to be animalistic like that in the ring. Rayo's here for competition. I think Gory's here for dinner.
Sure, but I don't know how many people, like, even with the same level of experience, are prepared for someone like Gory.
That's true as well. So if you're Rayo, what do you do?
You go back to playing soccer.
No, I don't think that's a good strategy.
Sorry, football.
Gory tried to elevate Rayo, but Rayo leveraged his way out. Check this out, Rayo. Series of strikes. Rayo out-quickening Gory, and there's not many times I've used the phrase out-quickening Gory in my career, and sidesteps Gory to the outside. Look at that.
I don't know that it's so much that... Oh, a nice knee to the head.
That's a soccer background, being able to elevate your legs and knees so quickly and aim them properly. Rayo just caught Gory. Pinpoint precision there from the apron.
Right in the temple. And I didn't even know he was Jewish.
Oh, stop it. That's a terrible line.
And I use it every chance I get.
Drop kick by Rayo. And Gory on top. Or rather Rayo on top of Gory. Bill Apter would love that line.
I was going to say, are we watching the same match? Gory looked on the bottom there to me.
Well, Gory has a way of throwing everybody off their game. Uno.
That means one.
Those. Crowd's with it here.
That means two.
What do you think's next? Rayo, Trace. Got Trace that time on the rebound. Nowhere for Gory to go. 2 and no. If Rayo wins, are you going to scream out goal like one of the Spanish soccer announcers?
I promise you I will. It's not going to happen, but I promise you I will.
Rayo charges. Oh, Gory trips him up, and Rayo face first into the bottom turnbuckle.
That run was all well and good until he... Oh, looked like a baby fawn that forgot how to use its legs.
Gory with the clothesline. Hangs Rayo up, and you noticed a moment ago, Gory just stalking his prey before he came in with that clothesline. Had his target behind Rayo to get that maximum impact, and now springboard, drop kick. Gory is more fluid than maybe any other athlete in PCW who got 2 that time.
The thing about Gory is you tend not to notice that he's an amazing wrestler.
Because he does stuff like this.
Because he's too busy blackening the heart of everyone around him.
Gory is just such a menacing individual. He's not the biggest. He's not the tallest. But somehow he is among the most intimidating. He's just got that aura, that sense of dread just comes over you anytime he's around.
He is something that you don't want to be near. And so when you're trapped in a 16 by 16 square, then where do you run? You can't. You are now forced to a dead reckoning of what you are afraid of. And Gory takes advantage of that each and every time I see him step into the ring.
Rayo is, as I mentioned, a student of the game. He's attended a Ring of Honor training camp. Oh no, Gory biting right in the head. And I was going to mention some of Rayo's past accomplishments. He had a memorable rivalry on the East Coast against another top prospect, Joey Janela, but I guarantee you, Rayo hasn't seen anything like Gory in any of his travels. As Gory now, how many times has he bitten Rayo in this matchup and now trying to chop the shoulders off the head scissors?
Is that second? Third?
And Gory.
I quit putting hash marks down, unfortunately.
Rayo is trying to keep his shoulders off the canvas, but notice every time the official adjusts himself to check the shoulders, Gory's digging into the eyes of Rayo.
Maintaining that triangle.
Rayo to his stomach. That alleviates some of the pressure. Can he bridge up? He does.
And now he's out, but he's shook.
Hard right hand. Follow through. Gory tripping Rayo up. Rayo's still in his early 20s.
Now,
may not see his mid-20s.
And then it was like all of a sudden someone hit double time.
I'm not sure if anybody anywhere in wrestling moves quite like Gory, can switch directions and switch tempos quite as seamless.
And intensities. It was, I mean, it's not like Rayo's slow. It's just that Gory is that fast.
And yeah, I'd cower too, Pedro. Okay, that's our timekeeper and our bell ringer there, and Gory has cleared him out.
I see you got the bell back from Matthew Justice.
We did. And Rayo's prone on that table. This will be a disqualification if Gory does this.
Do you think Gory cares?
Not at all, but he should care. Rayo cares, that's for darn sure. Oh, Rayo out of the way.
No.
Thankfully. Oh, Rayo just tripped up Gory. Again, the quick footwork of Rayo rivaling the speed of Gory.
That'll get you a penalty in soccer. I'm just saying.
Yeah, maybe a yellow card?
That could yellow card, maybe a red card, depending upon how often you do it.
Well, how often will Rayo need to do it to get a victory? Again, first impressions are key. Wins and losses matter in PCW. Springboard, and Gory hangs Rayo up, who's taken right back down to the outside.
And Gory was yelling at the ref, count him, count him. He'll happily take a count-out victory and squash the dreams of Rayo.
You can see the rough shape Rayo's in at this point. You gotta believe the air got knocked out of him, hung up on the rope that way, and then that 8 or 10 foot drop only made things worse.
Does an 8 to 10 foot drop ever make things better, Joe?
Very rarely. But can Rayo get back in? We're near 10 here. I think Rayo is back in at 9 and change. That was very nearly the end of this contest, but credit to the guts and tenacity of Rayo, but man, Gory just pounces.
Gory is going to make him regret that decision. He could have had a nice, peaceful 10-count loss. Instead, Gory's going to have to teach him a lesson.
Again, Rayo, the quick hands, the quick feet, that soccer background coming into play. The round kicks, the jumping back kick, the knee. Treating Gory's head like a soccer ball.
Very true. Oh, Gory, reverse. Oh, wait.
Rayo cradles. Upset. No.
Ooh. Kick to the back of the head. Gory not going down.
Again, the soccer-style offense paying off. Double arm suplex nicely done. Rayo on top. Two-head, no.
And Rayo's young. He needs to stay on him.
What's impressed you both most about Rayo thus far?
The fact that he's still alive. Gory is nothing to play around with.
Yeah, still alive and still thriving. But Gory ducks the shoulder. Rayo puts the brakes on. Got the foot up.
Kick right to the back of the head.
Springs off the bottom rope. Into the DDT, nicely done. Rayo could have him here. Hook of the leg, got him.
No. Still plenty of hatred in the tank for Gory. He's not going to give up on a beating that easily.
Man, Rayo is maybe got to be asking himself, what does he have to do to keep Gory down? Again, Gory almost like a horror movie villain. He won't die.
That's a very apt description of Gory. Will not die.
And now Rayo trying to take a chance, but Gory there to meet him. Little headbutt. Gory luckily lands on his feet, luckily for him. Oh, Rayo does the same. Start him first. Rayo tries to elevate Gory. Gory hanging onto the ropes. Legal break.
He's got him. Oh, and he let go and then grabbed right back on again.
Referee trying to get... Oh, come on. Gory went downstairs.
I didn't see that.
Are you kidding me? Gory with a mule kick. Caught Rayo between the legs and... Oh, no. This is a setup. The bite. Gory, he calls this the Soul Eater. If he can bend back. Oh! Rayo's got nowhere to go. He's helpless.
Oh, and he hooks into the Dragon Sleeper with it. There it goes.
Soul Eater tap out. Gory, another victim added to the pile.
Here is your winner as a result of a submission, Gory!
We all have to learn our lessons. Some are harder lessons than the others, Joe. Rayo, this was your lesson tonight.
I think Rayo impressed a lot of people here. As you can see, watch the impact as Gory, almost like he's snapping the spine of Rayo when he bends back, cuts out the vertical base, steps on the back of the legs, and then nothing Rayo could do. The knees driven right into the spine. He's immobile at this point. The Dragon Sleeper's the exclamation point. Rayo had no choice but to tap. There's no escape from that.
If there is, yeah, Rayo wasn't finding it. Not before the pain made him quit the match.
But, wait a second. We're sending a message to those eyes. The eyes, the window to the soul. Gory is soulless. But I'll tell you what, Jay, where Jason Kincaid is scheduled to be here next month. And you gotta wonder if there will be ramifications for the New Age plague Gory after what he did at the end of the Battle of the Beards. Wait a second. And he finally got the soccer ball over the threshold that time. Gory, no remorse, no reprieve. New Age plague victorious.